Welcome to the chaos, welcome to the madness, and welcome back to AMA Auto, the only place where we don't just ride bikes. We worship the monsters of the asphalt. Stop what you are doing right now, because if you think you've seen a cruiser, you are dead wrong. You have been staring at toys. While the kings were being forged in the dark, today we are ripping the cover off something that shouldn't even be legal on the streets because it looks too wild, too custom, and too aggressive for a factory floor. We are talking about the 2026 Honda Fury 13, a machine that makes every other bike on the road look like a common, boring, ordinary piece of plastic. You want to talk about batty? About ordinary lights, listen to me. Every other cruiser out there is a flickering candle in the wind, weak and pathetic. But the 2026 Fury is a nuclear flashbang going off in your face. The moment this thing rolls out of the garage, it obliterates the competition. Makes the rest of the market look like, just common rotting fruit on the ground, while this beast sits at the top of the food chain. I am telling you, the transformation on this 2026 model is going to make your jaw hit the floor and shatter, because Honda has taken the concept of a chopper and injected it with pure adrenaline. Let's get into the heart of this beast, the engine that powers the insanity. The legendary 1312cc V-twin, liquid-cooled masterpiece that Honda has unleashed for 2026. This isn't just an engine. It is a torque factory that pumps out raw power at such a low RPM that you feel it in your chest before you even hear it. The engineers have tuned this V-twin to scream with a deep, guttural roar that makes the windows shake as you pass by, destroying the silence and announcing your arrival like a thunderstorm. They didn't just slap an engine in a frame, they revolutionized the throttle response for 2026, giving you a snap so instant, so violent that if you aren't holding on tight, this bike will leave you sitting on the pavement. The fuel injection system has been mapped to perfection, delivering a smooth, yet terrifyingly powerful surge that pulls hard from the bottom, all the way to the red line. It mocks the ordinary bikes that wheeze and struggle to get up to speed. The Fury is already gone before they even find first gear. And look at that rake. The front end is stretched out to a mind-bending 38 degrees, creating a silhouette that looks like it cost $50,000 at a custom shop. They have extended the fork tubes to create that authentic, high chopper stance that screams rebellion. This is not a commuter bike. This is a rolling piece of art. That looks like it's breaking the speed limit, even when it's parked on the side of the road. The 2026 model features a hardtail-style rear frame that hides the shock absorber so perfectly, you swear there is no suspension at all. It is a magic trick of engineering, giving you the clean, rigid lines of a vintage chopper, but with a hidden monoshock that eats up the bumps like they don't exist, while other riders are bouncing around on their ugly, cluttered suspension setups. You are gliding on a ghost cushion looking sleek and dangerous. Let's talk about the rubber, because this is where the Fury separates the men from the boys. The rear tire is a massive, fat 200 series monster that grips the road like a claw. It is wide, it is intimidating, and it completes the look of total dominance. When you look at the back of this bike, you don't see a motorcycle. You see a steamroller ready to crush anything in its path. Honda has equipped the 2026 Fury with a shaft drive system that is so smooth, so maintenance-free, that you will wonder why chains ever existed. No more grease, no more stretching. Just pure direct power transfer to that massive rear wheel. It is efficient, it is silent, and it is the kind of premium engineering that makes the ordinary chain-driven bikes look like antique farm equipment. The braking system has been overhauled with massive rotors and a responsive ABS setup that stops this freight train on a dime. You can ride with the confidence of a god, knowing that you have the stopping power to match the go power. It doesn't matter if the road is wet or dry. The 2026 Fury digs its heels and halts with a precision that defies physics. For a bike this long and this mean, and the paint, oh my goodness, the paint on the 2026 model is not just color. It is liquid depth. The finish is so deep, you could drown in it with metallic flakes that catch the sun and explode into a kaleidoscope of aggression, while the AOM bikes are stuck with flat, boring colors that look like primer. The Fury wears its paint like a suit of armor, shining brighter than anything else on the block. The handlebars have been swept back, To put you in the ultimate power position, you don't sit on this bike. You sit in it low to the ground, legs stretched out, fists in the wind. It forces you into a posture of attitude, making you look like the toughest rider on the planet. Without even trying, the ergonomics are designed to make you feel like the king of the highway, looking down on the peasants in their cars. Check out the exhaust notes on this thing. The stock pipes are tuned to a frequency that commands respect. But if you throw on a set of aftermarket sweepers, the 2026 Fury sounds like a dragon gargling gasoline. The exhaust ports are optimized for flow, meaning this engine breathes fire, and spits out a symphony of destruction that will wake the neighbors. 3 streets over the radiator is hidden. Honda did the impossible and tucked the radiator between the frame-down tubes so cleanly that it practically disappears. On ordinary bikes, the radiator hangs there like an ugly box, ruining the lines, but on the Fury, the lines are unbroken, pure, and flowing like liquid metal. It is a masterclass in design that proves Honda is playing a different game entirely. Let's discuss the transmission, because shifting gears on the 2026 Fury feels like loading a shotgun. It is precise, mechanical, and satisfying. The 5-speed gearbox is geared tall for highway cruising, meaning you can sit at 80 miles per hour, and the engine is just purring, barely breaking a sweat while the other bikes are screaming for mercy. The instrument cluster is minimalist perfection. No clutter, no video games, just the raw data you need to survive the ride. It keeps the handlebars clean and the view open, because when you are riding a Fury, you shouldn't be looking at a screen. You should be looking at the terrified faces of the people you are passing. The seat is a sculpted bucket that cradles you at a ridiculously low 26.9 inches. You are practically scraping the asphalt, feeling the speed in a way that taller bikes can never deliver. This low center of gravity makes the bike handle surprisingly well, dipping into corners with a grace that shocks everyone who sees it. They have upgraded the lighting to full LED for 2026, piercing the darkness with a beam so bright it could signal aliens. The headlight housing is a chrome teardrop that looks fast, just sitting there, no more yellow. Dim halogen bulbs like the baddie on those other cheap rides. This is pure white blinding light that clears the lane ahead of you. The chrome on this bike is of a quality that you usually only see on trophy winning show bikes. The engine covers, the air cleaner, the mirrors, everything is dipped in triple-plated chrome that shines like diamonds. It reflects the world around you, warping reality as you speed through it. Comparison time: put a standard cruiser next to the 2026 Fury, and it looks like a lawnmower next to a fighter jet. The ordinary bikes are boxy, heavy and clumsy. The Fury is negative space. Air and flow, it looks like it was carved by the wind itself. The difference is night and day. One is a tool for commuting. The Fury is a weapon for dominating. The fuel tank is a seamless, elongated teardrop that stretches elegantly towards the seat. There are no ugly seams, no weird angles, just a smooth curve that defines the entire silhouette of the motorcycle.